Hello students, welcome to this video. In this video, I will be taking you through the first lesson in supplementary reading, Narayanpur incident of second language English 10th standard. There is an introduction given first. You can turn your attention to page number 181 of your textbook. There is an introduction given first. It's a story written by Shashi Deshpande. Shashi Deshpande is one of the famous Indian novelist, and the theme of this story is about freedom struggle. We know all about freedom struggle. We got independence in the year 1947, but for that many people sacrificed their lives, many were imprisoned, and here she records one such incident. And the introduction, it's very clear. The year is 1942. The time of the Quit India movement. A teacher in a small town, a follower of Gandhiji, has been arrested. His elder son, 18-year-old Mohan, and his college friends, including Suman, believing in a different form of resistance to the British. His younger son, Babu, aged 13, and daughter Manju, 2 years younger, are also keen to participate in the struggle against the British. So the whole incident happened in the year 1942. And it was the time of Quit India movement, and Gandhiji was leading the movement. There was a teacher in a small town, he was follower of Gandhiji, he was arrested, and his elder son Mohan, who was 18-year-old, and his college friends including Suman, they led a resistance. It was a different kind of resistance. It was a march, but usually the marches would be violent, but this march was not violent, and they walked in complete silence. And we can also see other characters. Who are the main characters here? We have Mohan, then Babu, then Manju. These are all the children of the arrested teacher. Then we have Amma. Amma is their mother. And then we have Suman. Suman is Mohan's friend. And there is another boy, and Mr. Patil. Mr. Patil is a police officer. And now let's move on to the story. In the first paragraph, it goes like this. Are you coming? Manju, Babu asked. Coming way, said Manju. Even as the brother and sister were talking, they heard magical words, they are coming, they are coming. The children, like others, rushed out, heedless of the rain. So Babu here asked his sister Manju, are you coming? They were eager to go somewhere. You know, it was the time of freedom movement, and these young children, they were also eager to participate somewhere in the freedom movement. There was a lot of enthusiasm now. A freedom march was coming, and now Babu asked Manju, are you coming? And Manju did not know in the beginning first. He asked, coming way? And then as the brother and sister were talking, they heard magical words. They are coming, they are coming. ಅವರು ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ಜನರು ಮಾತನಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. So what did the children do? The children, like others, rushed out heedless of the rain. It was raining, but they did not care for rain. The children did not care for rain because they were eager to see what was going on there on the road. They were coming, and these children, when they heard this, they rushed out. They did not even pay any attention to the rain. ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಮಳೆಗೂ ಗಮನಿಸದೆ ಅವರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. And now policemen now appeared all along the road. Usually in any march, if at all some parties, in the present context, any political parties carry out any procession or march, there will be police all along the road. And in the same way, policemen now appeared all along the road. There were policemen in the road, and some of them walked in front of the students. The students were marching, and the policemen, they were walking in front of the students, and some other policemen by their sides. So this is a scene. Why were they marching? ಯಾಕೆ ಅವರು ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? Because one of the teachers from their village was arrested. He was follower of Gandhiji. He was arrested, and they were protesting against this. ಅದನ್ನು ವಿರೋಧಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. And now these students were marching in a very different way. Usually how would be the marches? ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನಾ ರ್ಯಾಲಿಗಳು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ? ಎಸ್, there will be a lot of violence, right? People go in a violent mood. But this march was somewhat different. This march was an unusual march. This was not like other marches. Here it is said, the students marched as if the police did not exist. The police were there everywhere, but the students did not pay any attention to the police. Instead, they were marching bravely. And then they walked in complete silence. There were no slogans, no shouts, just the shuffle of feet, the drip of rain, and a low murmur from the watching crowd. See, how was this march different? Usually, as I told you, in a march, there would be a lot of violence. People call out slogans. But here, this march was an unusual march. Sometimes this question will be asked for 2 marks. Why was or how was the march unusual? And what should be your answer? Usually, the marches would be violent. But this march was different because the students walked in complete silence. Students walked in complete silence. There were no slogans and no shouts. ಯಾರೂ ಸ್ಲೋಗನ್ಸನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೂಗ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. There were no shouts also. And what was the only sound heard? Just the shuffle of feet. Students, as they walked, their feet made some sound, and only the sound of their feet and the drip of rain and low murmur from the watching crowd was to be heard. There was no other sound. The marching crowd did not make any noise. The people who were watching, the students who were marching, made some murmuring sound. Otherwise, there was no sound at all. So this march was entirely a different march. This march was an unusual march. Now coming to the second paragraph, Babu and Manju looked eagerly for Mohan. Yes, there he was, dressed in white pyjamas and cream-colored shirt with another boy, both holding aloft a picture of the Mahatma. So Babu and Manju were eagerly looking for Mohan. Who is Mohan? Mohan is the elder brother of Babu and Manju. So what was the age of Mohan then? Mohan was 18-year-old. Yes, Mohan was 18-year-old. It's there in the introduction. Once again, read that carefully. Mohan was 18-year-old, and then Babu was 13-year-old, and Manju was the youngest. She was 2 years younger to Babu. That means it makes her age 11 years. And now Babu and Manju were looking eagerly for Mohan. They were searching for their brother. Yes, there he was. They found him, and he was dressed in white pyjamas. Mohan was dressed in white pyjamas and cream-colored shirt. So he was putting on white pyjamas and cream-colored shirt, and he had another boy with him, and both of them were holding aloft a picture of Mahatma. Mohan and another boy, Mohan ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಹುಡುಗ, they were holding the picture of Mahatma Gandhi ji. We know Mahatma Gandhi ji was the leader of these movements. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಿಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದರ ಕೂಡ ನಾಯಕತ್ವವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿಕೊಂಡದ್ದು ಯಾರು? ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದರು. ಸೊ ದೇ ವರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್. I hope you understood. Let's move on to the third paragraph now. Their arms must have ached holding it up that way for so long, but their faces were expressionless. So now if you hold something in your hands, if you hold something aloft, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲೆ ಎತ್ತಿಕೊಂಡು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಪೇನ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಏಕ್ಸ್. ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಏಕ್. In the same way here, their arms must have ached. Ache ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Pain. Ache ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ pain. Their arms must have ached holding the photo of Mahatma Gandhi ji up that way for so long. They were holding the photo for a long time, and their hands must have been ached, but still their faces were expressionless. If you have extreme pain on your body, it will be shown on your face, right? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಯಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೋವಿದ್ದರೆ ಆ ನೋವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಖದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. But their faces were expressionless. They did not show any expression on their face because they have another aim. They were marching for a reason. They were marching for a cause. ಅವರೊಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೇಸಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಬೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಪೇನ್ ವೆರಿ ಬೋಲ್ಡ್ಲಿ. Now the leaders of the procession, Suman was one of them, they saw in excitement had reached the barred gates. Now the leaders of the procession, and among the leaders Suman was also there. Now the leaders of the procession, and Suman was one of the leaders. Who is Suman? Suman is a girl. She is Mohan's friend. Suman is Mohan's friend. She is a girl. And Suman was also one of the leaders. They saw in excitement now, these children, Babu and Manju, they were watching the march and they saw these leaders walking and they saw everything in excitement. And these leaders had reached the barred gates. What is barred gate? What is barred gate? You are familiar with that actually. ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಸೆಷನ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಬ್ಯಾರಿಕೇಡ್ಸನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಬ್ಯಾರಿಕೇಡ್ಸನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇ ಪುಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಕೇಡ್ಸ್. ದೋಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಕೇಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ barred gates. Now these students were marching, they reached the barred gates. A police officer, and they reached the barred gates, and then there was a police officer, he was the DSP, Mohan told them later, came up to them. So when they reached the barred gates, who came up to the students, marching students? A police officer, DSP. He comes near these children. What was happening then? There was some conversation between him and the students. When the police officer came, he had some conversation with the children, the marching students. They had a little bit of conversation. ಅವರು ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಏನೋ ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. It was not heard to the crowd which was watching from the other side. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿ ನಿಂತಿರುವಂಥ ಗುಂಪಿಗೆ ಇವರು ಏನು ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. But they could see them talking. And when we come to fourth paragraph, the students seemed to be arguing. What were they doing? They were arguing with the police. The students were arguing with the police. The rain had lessened now, and the police officer took off his hat and ruffled his hair. Once he laughed, showing all his teeth, but the students remained serious. So as I told you, the students were marching for a cause. ಅವರೊಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು? A teacher from their village, Mohan's father, was arrested, and for that reason they were marching. They were marching with a cause. But look at the police officer now. They argued with the police officer. Students argued with the police officer. And the rain had lessened now. ಏನಾಯಿತು? ಮಳೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು. And the police officer took off his hat and ruffled his hair. What do you mean by ruffle? Ruffle means to disarrange. Ruffle means to disarrange. ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಥವಾ ಟೋಪಿಯನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂದಲನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಡಿಸರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಟ್, ಟುಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಟ್. ಟುಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರಿಮೂವ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ರೇಸಲ್ ವರ್ಬ್. ಟುಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತ ಇರೋದು ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೇಸಲ್ ವರ್ಬ್. ಟುಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರಿಮೂವ್. ಈ ರಿಮೂವ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಫಲ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಏರ್. ಹಿ ಡಿಸರೇಂಜ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಏರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಲುಕ್ಡ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಲಾಫ್ಡ್. ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೀತ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಲ್ಲುಗಳನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಹಿ ಲಾಫ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಜೋಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೇನಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಒಂದು ತಮಾಷೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ವರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದೇಯರ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ಡ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಅ ಪೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೇಪರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೀಡರ್ಸ್, ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಅ ಪೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಟು ದ DSP. ಆ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಫೀಸರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪೇಪರನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಹಿ ಟುಕ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೋಡೆಡ್. ದ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್, ಹೌ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್? ಹಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟುಕ್ ದ ಪೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಹಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೆಡ್, ಹಿ ಸೆಡ್ ಓಕೆ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಾಡಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು. ನೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಾಡಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಹಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೆಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಹೆಡ್. He just nodded his head and accepted the paper. He did not even have a look at the paper because he did not take the march very seriously. You know, even when the Indians marched seriously for freedom, the British for such a long time, they were heedless of any of these things. They were not paying any attention to all these things. So the police officer remained indifferent to the march. And now coming to the next sentence, the police officer took it without glancing at it and he nodded. The students turned their backs on him and one of them shouted, Mahatma Gandhi ji ki jai. The others shouted back loudly, and then they briskly marched back the way they had come. So what happened? After handing over that piece of paper, what did the students do? They just turned their backs. They returned. They turned their backs on the police officer, and one of the boys or students, he shouted, Mahatma Gandhi ki jai. So he was the icon, he was the leader, right? Mahatma Gandhi ji. Even today we respect Mahatma Gandhi ji because he fought for the freedom of our country, and he led almost all marches. And now he cried Mahatma Gandhi ki jai. And what did the other children do? They too shouted back loudly, and then they briskly marched back the way they had come. After this, they quickly marched back the way they had come. ಅವರು ಬಂದ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ವೇಗವಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹಿಂತಿರುಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. Have you understood till now? So one possible question we can get from this particular portion is, how was the march? Unusual. ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. How was the march unusual? The march was unusual because usually the protest marches would be violent, but this march was very silent with no slogans and no shouts. And coming to the next paragraph, paragraph number 5, Manju now asked, is that all? Manju asked in disappointment. What else did you want? A dance? A drama? Babu asked scornfully. So now they were waiting for something, because this is something new for small kids like Babu or Manju. Manju is a very small girl. She is just 11 years old. Okay, she was expecting a heated argument between the police and the marching students, but nothing of that kind happened. There was no heated argument at all. So she asked, is that all? Ashtena? Bere enilva? Anta helikondu keltade. And then Babu, he tells, what else do you want? A dance? A drama? Do you expect a drama or dance here? It's just a march. He tells so. Babu asked scornfully. So angrily he asked, what else do you expect? Do you expect a dance or drama here? And then nevertheless, he understood her feeling and asked Mohan the same question when he returned home. Look at Babu. Babu is also very young. He is just 13 years old. He was also very much excited. He wanted to see something violent maybe in a march. He thought there would be a heated argument between the police and the marching students, but nothing of these kinds happened. Even though he asked his sister, even though Babu asked his sister, what else do you want, a dance or drama, he also had the same question in his mind. Alva? ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅವನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲೂ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅವನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲೂ ಇತ್ತು. So when he reached home, he asked Mohan, his brother, the same question. What did he ask? Why did you go back so quietly? He expected a violence there, but nothing happened. So Babu asked his brother Mohan, why did you go back quietly? Very scared of what the police would do? ಪೊಲೀಸರನ್ನ ಹೆದರಿಕೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ, ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೆದರಿಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. ವೈ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಸೋ ಕ್ವೈಟ್ಲಿ? ಯಾಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವೈಟಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಹೋಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಾಬು ಆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೋಹನ್. Mohan now seemed immensely pleased with himself, because Mohan was now part of freedom struggle, right? We should understand the feelings of children like you. If you become the part of freedom struggle, won't you have a kind of happiness in you? Because you at your younger age become part of freedom struggle, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸಣ್ಣ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ ಆಗುವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಭಾಳ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So Mohan was also very happy. Mohan seemed immensely means very much. Immensely ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೇನು? Very much. Mohan seemed immensely pleased with himself. Mohan was so happy. And then he says, scared? ಹೆದರಿಕೆನಾ? ನನಗ ಹೆದರಿಕೆ? Scared? Not in the least. I was not at all scared. Then why did they go so quietly? Then he says, we had planned it this way. We had planned it this way. ನಾವು ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮಾರ್ಚನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. We knew they would stop us at the gate. We knew that the police would stop us at the gate. ನಾವು ಗೇಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ತಲುಪುವಾಗ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ತಡೀತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು. And we knew they expected us to protest and be violent. The police actually expected the children to be so violent. What happens if the children were, what would have happened if the children were violent? ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ವೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು? What would have happened? The police would have caught him and put them behind the bars. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಹಿಡಿದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು? ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು. And the children also knew that. So Mohan here tells, we knew they expected. They ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು? The police. We knew the police expected us to protest and be violent. They wanted us to protest and go violent. Oh yes, they wanted us to do that so that they could beat us up and haul us away to jail. Haul ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು? HAUL, haul. Haul means? Haul? Pull. Haul means pull, ಎಳೆಯು. So the police expected the marching students to be violent so that they could beat them up and haul them away to jail, pull them away to jail. And students knew this, and that is why they did not go violently, because they wanted to protest again. They were not ready to go to jail now. They were not ready to go to jail. So there is a question from this particular part. What had the police expected about the way of the protest? How did the student leaders manage the protest? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ 4ನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, what had the police expected about the way of protest? How did the student leaders manage the protest? So what had the police expected about the protest? The police expected the children to protest and be violent so that they could beat the students and could pull them to the jail. But the students were not ready to go to jail. Students were not ready to go to jail. That is why they marched peacefully. And now, the police expected the children to be violent, but we were not prepared to go to jail, not as yet anyway. Mohan says, why didn't we go violent? ಯಾಕೆ ಅವರು ವೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ವರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ಜೈಲ್. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಸೇರುವಂಥವರಿಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ವರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ಜೈಲ್. Not until we have given them much more trouble. We wanted to give the police more trouble, and we were planning to go to jail only after giving much trouble to the police. ಪೊಲೀಸರಿಗೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾದಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡಿದರು. And that is why they went very peacefully. They walked very peacefully. And Mohan again continues. And so we decided we would give them no chance at all. What happens if the children go very much violent in the beginning itself? They would be put behind the bars. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ? ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. So they did not want to go to jail so early, so they marched very peacefully. And then Babu asked, what was the point then? ಆಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾರ್ಚಿನ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು? What was the point then? They had a little bit of conversation. ಅವರು ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಏನೋ ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Manju listened earnestly, her chin cupped in her hands. ಬಾಬು ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ? What was the point then? Why did you march then? And what was Manju doing? Manju was listening earnestly, very seriously she was listening. Her chin ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಗಡ್ಡ, her chin cupped in her hands. ಗಡ್ಡಕ್ಕೆ ಕೈಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ಮಂಜು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ಲು. Then Mohan continues, it's like a declaration of war. See, this protest was a declaration of war. ನಾವು ಈಗ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ, it was a declaration of war. We have told them this is war for us and you are the enemy. So we told the police that this is war for us. ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಲಿಗೆ ಇದೇನು? ಇದು ಯುದ್ಧ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಲಿಗೆ ಇದು ಯುದ್ಧ. And who are the enemies? The police or the British government are the enemies. You don't start a war without first declaring your intentions, do you? ಒಂದು ಯುದ್ಧ ಶುರು ಮಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವೊಂದು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಯುದ್ಧ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಂಡು ಮೋಹನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಮೋಹನ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೋಹನ್ ಸೇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವಾರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಲಿಗೆ ಇದು ಯುದ್ಧ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ದ ಎನಿಮಿ, ದ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ they are the enemy, and we don't usually start a war without declaring your intentions. So with this march we are declaring our intentions. If you don't free a teacher, then there would be more protest. ನಮ್ಮ ಟೀಚರನ್ನು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆಗೊಳಿಸದಿದ್ದರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆಗಳು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತವೆ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ವಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮದರ್ ಹೂ ವಾಸ್ ಲಿಸ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಅಮ್ಮ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ಲು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೌ ಶೀ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ಸ್, ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅಡಾಲ್ಫ್ ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್. ಯುದ್ಧ ಯಾರಲ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳದೆ ಒಮ್ಮೆಲೆ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಯಾರಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಅಡಾಲ್ಫ್ ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಅಡಾಲ್ಫ್ ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಅಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅಡಾಲ್ಫ್ ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್. ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಬೀನ್ ಕ್ವೈಟ್ಲಿ ಲಿಸ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದೆಮ್ ಸೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್. ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿ ನಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಮ್ಮ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, ನೀವು ಅಡಾಲ್ಫ್ ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್ ಆದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಒಮ್ಮೆಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆದರೂ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ, ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನನ್ನು ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ಬದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಂಡು ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ದೆನ್ ಮೋಹನ್ ಸೇಸ್, ರೈಟ್, ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್. ಅದೇ ನಾವು ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್ನ ಥರ ಏಕಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ವಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅವರ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಮೊದಲು ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೌ ಆನ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಅಗೇನ್, ರೈಟ್, ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಡಾಲ್ಫ್ ಹಿಟ್ಲರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ದ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ what was that paper you gave the policeman? Who must have asked? Babu must have asked this question. Babu asked, and what was that paper that you gave the policeman? ಇವರು ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದು ಪೇಪರ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟರಲ್ಲ, and what was that paper? And Babu was curious again. And then he says that was a notice served on the collector as representative of His Majesty's government asking them to quit India or face the consequences. ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಪೇಪರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ? ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ರಿಮೈಂಡರ್, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಸರ್ವ್ ಟು ದ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಕಲೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಯಾರು? ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಲೆಟರ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಇದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೆಟರ್? ದಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಟು ಕ್ವಿಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಇಂಡಿಯಾವನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತೊಲಗಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಅದರ ಕಾನ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್ನ ಎದುರಿಸಬೇಕು ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ವಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಒಂದು ಲೆಟರನ್ನು ಇವರು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಟಿಲ್ ನೌ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಓಕೆ, ರೀಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಸೇಜಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ and you will understand it better then. Okay? Okay. We will continue the rest of the classes in the next session then.